Hello friends, welcome to Umadevi Children Academy. The in the last previous topic we are finished the electrochemistry, and today the we are discussing the new chapter. That chapter name is the chemical kinetics. Okay, here is the chemical kinetics. The chemical kinetics. This is the chemical kinetics lecture number 4. Friends, and this is the chapter number 4 and the chemical kinetics. So, what is chemical kinetics? How do we know that the chemical means the chemical element like hydrogen, sodium, potassium, iron, whatever the 118 elements are present in the periodic tables, that is all are we are considered as a chemical elements. Friends, and what is mean by kinetics? The kinetic means the kinetic word is derived from the Greek word kinesis, which meaning movement. Friends, it means the chemical elements when they are react with each other. So, what is the movement of the chemical element? Movement means what is the speed of chemical reactions? Friends, what is the speed of chemical reactions? So, in this chemical kinetics, we are discuss. So, what is the when reactants are transformed into product P during the conversion of reactant into the product? So, the what is the speed of reaction? We have to be find out here. We have to find out here the what is the speed of reactions. Students. So, this this chemical kinetics we need to we have to determine the. So when chemical element transfer from one form to another form, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or gas to solid or liquids, during in which we have to be find out that the what is the speed of the reactions. Students, what is the speed of reactions? So so the reaction rate means speed, students. Rate means speed. Reaction rate and their mechanism we called as a chemical kinetics. What are the chemicals are there? The chemical elements are react with each other. When they react with each other, we have to find out the reaction speed and their mechanisms. Mechanism, why we need mechanism? With the help of mechanism, we have to find out the rate. With the help of mechanism. Without mechanism, we can't able to find the rate. Students. So the in thermodynamics, we have discussed that the feasibility of the reaction. Feasibility means the reaction which is a spontaneous or not. Reaction which is spontaneous or not, we are discussed. That is feasibility of the reactions. Students. And the second one, the extent reaction will proceed. The extent of reaction. Extent means the increase if reactant concentration increase, that transfer into product side. The product concentration increase, it transfer into the reactant side. We will discuss in the extent of the reactant and product. We are discussing the chemical equilibrium. Right, students? So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the speed of the reaction, time taken to which each equilibrium. We will determine the speed of reaction at the respective times. Right, students? So chemical reactions are there. The chemical reactions. What is chemical reaction? What is the rate of reaction? Rate of chemical reaction means change in concentration of reactant or product with respective time, called as the chemical reactions. Arrangements. The change in concentrations. Change in means the concentration increase or decrease. The reactant concentration increase or decrease. Product concentration increase or decrease with respect to time. That is we call as a rate of chemical reactions. Right. So when we are use the A chemical and B chemical, both are react with each other to form product C. Then what happens, friends? When initially when you use the A concentration is present, we call as a present. B concentration is present and C concentration is absent here, right? When the A and B both are reacting with each other, during which the A product will be disappear, B product also disappear. Both are transformed into product C. Both are transformed into the product C. So it means the reactant concentrations, the chemical A and B concentration goes on decreases and the product concentration goes on increases. Right, friends? This is happened here. So change in concentration of the reactant and product with respect to time called as chemical rate of chemical reaction. Right, students? Okay. Chemical reactions, rate of chemical reactions are classified. They are distinguished as a three types: very fast chemical reaction, very slow chemical reaction, or moderate chemical reactions. So let's see first one, the fast chemical reactions. So what are the ionic reactions are there? All the ionic reactions are very fast chemical reactions. All the ionic reactions are very fast chemical reaction. For example, silver chloride instantly mixing with the sorry formation of silver chloride. The precipitation of silver chloride forms mixing of silver nitrate and sodium chloride. When we use the silver nitrate AgNO3 and the sodium chloride, both are mixed with each other during in which both are mixing. During the mixing, the formation of the precipitated AgCl here. Formation of precipitate AgCl would be forms here. AgCl forms here and another in the liquid form. So it means this reaction very fast reaction. Very fast reaction, very fast formation of the precipitated by mixing of AgNO3 with NaCl. Yes, friends. So this is the considered as a very fast reaction. Or one more fast reaction, the explosion of nuclear bomb, explosion of the atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, which is also considered as a very fast reaction. In this fast chemical reaction, we can't able to determine the speed of the chemical element. That is we call as a very fast chemical reaction or uh, uh, very fast rate of chemical reactions. Understands? So, so what is the very fast chemical reaction? It means we can't able to determine the speed or rate of chemical reaction called as very fast chemical reactions or very fast rate of reactions. Right, friends? Okay, second one here, friends, very slow chemical reaction. Some reactions are very slow. For example, rusting of iron in presence of air and moisture. Already we have discussed rusting of iron, and already you have also seen in your house the whatever the iron metals are there. The iron metals are going to be exposed to the atmospheric air. When it exposed to atmospheric air, the rusting will be occurs in very slow form, right? The rusting occurs very slow form, so it is a very slow. One more example is the conversion of coal into diamond. Conversion of coal into diamond is a very slow chemical reaction or very slow rate of reactions. Understand? Because the coal in which the chemical reactions are occurs that chemical reactions are very slow to transform into diamond. The third one is the moderate chemical reactions, friends. The chemical reactions, the examples here given in your textbook, that the inversion of cane sugar, hydrolysis of starch, right? The hydrolysis of starch is the one of the examples are given here. So it is a very moderate speed. Moderate speed means we we have to find the rate of the chemical reactions, right? So in this chapter we are discussing only the moderate speed of chemical reactions. We are not going to discuss about the very slow rate of chemical reactions. We are not going to discuss about the very fast chemical reactions. In this chapter we are going to discuss about the moderate chemical reactions, right students? Okay, in this moderate chemical reactions, why it is called moderate? Because the we have to we are to able to determine the speed of chemical reaction, so that is a moderate chemical reactions, right students? Okay, so one of the examples were given here, students. So in this the rate of chemical reactions are changes during in which what happens. So here the reactant are transformed into product P. Reactant R which is transformed into the product P, right? During in which what happens, students? At initial time t is equal to 0. It means reaction still in the beginning, before initiating the reaction. Before initiating the reaction, the time t is equal to 0. It means reactant cannot transform into product form. Okay, at the time t is equal to 0, then reactant concentration is R1, product concentration is 0, that is P naught, P0, right? When the final time, when the reaction start at t is equal to t minutes, then what happens, students? Then the R1 turns into R naught. It means the concentration of the reactants are decreases here, right? The R1 turns into R naught, means the concentration here 1 and here 0. The concentration goes on decreases. Reactant concentrations are decreased here. Similarly, the product initial concentration is 0. It turns into P1, 0 to 1. It means the products are changes P0 to P1. Students. So what happened here? What is the mean of this one? Look at here. So this it means the rate of decreased concentration of the reactant R1 to R0. Concentration of reactants are decreased R1 to R0, right? And the rate of increased concentration of product. The concentration of products increases P0 to P1. Questions. So here it happened like this. The R1 turns into R0 and P0 turns into P1. Here concentration decreases, here concentrations are increases. That's students. So this is the chemical reactions here at the time with respect to time t. So that's why what are the definition we are defined here now? This definition, the change in concentration of reactants or product with respect to time. It is called rate of chemical reactions. So this is the example of the rate of chemical reactions. This is called as the rate of chemical reactions. This is called as the rate of chemical reactions. Students. Okay. So consider the hypothetical one of the examples. With respect, assuming the volume is remains constant here. So at the initial time, the reactant are transformed into product P. At the initial time, T is equal to T1, at which reactant concentration R1, product concentration is P1. final time the product is R2 is less, students, and P2 is higher. Here the R2 is less than R1, right? In this new NCERT books, they given like this: R1, R2. They mentioned here. Don't be confused here. The R2 is less here, right, students? Okay, because whenever the reaction happened, during in which the reactant concentration always decreases. Whenever the reaction occurs, reactant concentration always decreases. So that's why the R2 considered as a R2 is always less than R1, right, students? And the product concentration always increases. Products are always increases. It means here the P2 is greater than the P1, students. P2 is greater than P1. Right, students? Okay, don't be confused here, students. So when the reactions are start, reactant converted into product, and the initial time T is equal to T1, T is equal to T1, the T is equal to T1, reactant is R1, product is P1, and time changes T1 to T2, then the R2 turns into P2. Students. So 1 mole of reactant produces 1 mole of product. 1 mole of reactant produces 1 mole of product. Here R1, R2 are the concentration of R and P with respect to time T1. Right. R2, P2 are the concentration with respect to time T2. Students. So then the change in concentration, change change in reactant is equal to R2 minus R1. We are written as R2 minus R1. Question. Final minus initial. And the change in product is the P2 minus P1. Final product minus initial product. Change in time, that is final time minus initial time. Questions? So this is the square bracket. We have to write in the square bracket. The square bracket consider as a molar concentration. What are square bracket? In square bracket we have to written R. It means the square bracket considered as a concentrations. Questions? Okay. The rate of disappearance of R, that is a decreased concentration of R with respect to time t. The when decreased concentration means the final reactant minus initial reactant, final time minus initial time. So it is this one. This formula we express as this form. This form. So here the delta R, the change in reactant, that is final reactant minus initial reactant, change whole divided by time taken, whole divided by time taken, that is change in time T2 minus T1. So when concentration of reactants are decreased, it is expressed as a this form. Students, it is expressed as this form. When the concentrations are decreases, students, the here the concentration of reactant are, when the concentrations of reactants are decreased here to here with time T1, again it decreases with time T2, again it decreases with time T3. As the time passes, the concentration of reactants are decreased, reaches to 0. Right? As the time increases, concentration of reactants are decreases. Students. So here the concentration decreases. Initial reactants are here, reactant is here. At the certain time it turns into here, come to here R1. Again a certain time it come to here R2. Again certain time it come to here, and again decreases to here as a Rn, right? Rn. So as the time passes, T1, T2, T3 like this. As the time increases, concentration of reactants are decreased here. So here expressed as this one. It is expressed as this form. Students. So concentration of reactants are decreased. When it decreases the concentration of reactant, so for example, I am using here reactant R product P. Reactant initial concentration is taken as a 10 and it is concentration taken as a 0. As the time passes, T 1 minute decreases 9 and it becomes 1. As the time passes, T is equal to 2 minutes, it decreases into 8, again it becomes 2. As the time passes again, T is equal to 3, 7 and it is 3. So as the concentration of reactant decreases, as the time changes, concentration of reactant decreases 8 to 9, 9 to 8, 8 to 7. Simultaneously, products of increases 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 increases. So it means the concentration of reactant decrease here. So how we have to write here? The if the change in concentration of reactant here decreases with respect to time, R2 minus R1 whole divided by T2 minus T1. The the final time at the time T is equal to 1 minutes and divided by that is next 1 minutes the final time 1 minus 0. Then what happened? We got the answer is 1. So reactant concentration is decreased here. So there is a minus. So that's why here we are considered as a minus. Considered as a minus here. The concentration of reactant decrease. So that's why it is considered as a minus here, students. Right, students? Minus. Similarly, the increased concentration of the product, that is the increased concentration of product, final product minus initial product divided by time taken. This one we are expressed as here in this form. We are expressed as this form. Delta P is equal to P2 minus P1, concentration of P2 minus P1 whole divided by delta T, T2 minus T1. Right, students? So it is expressed as this form. And as the time changes T1 to T2, as the product is considered as 0. As the time changes, product turns into P1. Product turns into P1. As the time changes P2 to 2, again product changes into P2. As the time passes, again it turns into P3. Students. So it means the products are always increases with the increasing time. So here it is indicated by the positive signs. It is indicated by positive sign because products are always increases when you calculate the value R is equal to P turns into P at the time T is equal to 0. It is 10. It is 0. At the time T is equal to 1. It is 9 and this is 1. Then you calculate the product. Delta P is equal to P2 minus P1 divided by T2 minus T1. P2 is 1, P1 is 0, whole divided by again 1 minus 0, that is 1. The students, it means the 1 is positive, so the products are always increased, so it is indicated by the positive signs. But the reactants indicated by the negative signs. Product is positive signs. The students. Okay, I hope you understood the today topic, students. If you find any doubt, then ask me, students. Thank you.